my way.
Hey, I appreciate everybody who was in attendance today. To be in this space, in this moment, I gotta thank a couple of people. First of all, I gotta thank God. Amen. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I gotta thank Dr. J. The conversations that we've had has been very extensive, but she made it clear that she wanted me to be here to be the head coach of Norfolk State. 80 Webb, for being relentless in her search for a head coach to make sure that I ended up on this podium. Senator Aaron Rouse, who made a phone call to assure we got to this moment to make sure that everything aligned, and it was the perfect fit, and it was. After a diligent search and after going through all the detail, we got to this point. My wife, Kiara.
Love you.
My sisters, my son, Coach Raymond, all my friends here, all the guys here who know what it took for me to get here. The tears, because I cried on many occasions. It was bittersweet. God has blessed me to do some amazing things in my life, and working for Fox Sports was definitely one of the pinnacles of my career, and it was tough to walk away from that, but this is where I want to be. I was just talking to my high school coach a couple of weeks ago, and I told him that I wanted to be a football coach one day, a couple of years from now, and a month later I got a call from Melody and Aaron Rouse asked me if I would be the coach of Norfolk State. It wasn't the easiest decision to make. I got family that I sincerely care about, that I love. This requires a lot of change and lifestyle. But at the same time, it allows me to serve young men in my community.
He said we're going to be here a very long time today. We're not. We're going to get out here for that night. It's the 23rd. These are some comfortable things.
Oh, that's very comfortable. I need one of these in my office.
Coach, I think one of the things that you can say is if you look across this room, as you look at all the individuals who came, dignitaries, everybody who came, just to say congratulations, it has to feel good to know that you're cared about, especially where you're from.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, man, to look around this room and the support cast. I think in any entity, in any business, it's all about structure, and leadership is everything. But I haven't been a part of any successful operation where it didn't take a team of people. I was a part of 11 guys, part of 53 guys that made my life so successful. In my household, I'm a part of 6. There's 5 of us that help make decisions, make suggestions, and anything that you're going to be successful at, you're going to have a great team around you. And so, in this moment, moving forward, and all the people I've talked to help me in this space, we've all talked about, having the right leadership. And I can't lead all the time. I need people when my back is turned, or when I'm trying to get some rest, to be preaching the same message and delivering the same message that I would deliver, with the same type of authority. And I just pray that happens.
Coach, if you look, you mentioned some very, very big names that have come out of the Hampton Roads area that are here to support you today. None of them have come back to the Hampton Roads area to coach. You're pretty much the first one out of your generation to come back to university and coach. What does that mean to you to be coach at one of the Hampton Roads area's finest institutions?
It means a lot. When I say the full circle moment, I mean it in the sense that as a kid, when playing for the Boys and Girls Club, they used to bring us to the Norfolk State games on the weekends, and so I've always dreamt of playing football on the collegiate level, and so I knew Norfolk State could potentially be one of my options one day. And so as I had a chance to soak all this in and digest it, I was You know, I thought about my childhood, and I thought about how special those moments were, and how much it meant to me as a young man, and how much it means to these young men who aspire to do great things. And so, you know, I'll probably flip it, man. It'll be more so about not playing great football, but being the best student athlete that you can be.
Yes.
And, you know, that man right there tell you, if I didn't do what I needed to do academically, I probably wouldn't, I can't say because of the route I would have took, because I was going to be good at football regardless of what I did. But from an academic standard, you know, you got to be held to a high standard. And so that'll be first and foremost. It's that way in my household because my wife preached that, and it'll forever be that way with the group that we created, that we have.
Coach, I have 2 more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, this is easy.
Gotcha. You came on campus, saw your face, and saw the graphic in the stadium. You've been in our stadium before. You talked about having a conversation with Coach Reamer a month ago, but you were in the stadium maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, my daughter went to football camp. Yeah.
Did it hit you? Did it hit you while you were here? This could be a place you can do.
No, but we talked about it. Like a couple of my friends, CJ who was here. We talked about. Like, damn, man. Sorry, excuse me.
Blow the whistle.
No, we was just here, and I was kind of looking around like, man, this stadium is really nice. I can see myself being here one day, but you know, those thoughts come and go. It's like, you know, how it'll be ironic for that to happen. And then Coach Remy and I was just having a casual conversation that I went and visited him when I was home a couple of weeks ago, and we was just talking about future plans. And true story, I said, yeah, one day I want to coach. But that's a story for another day because I knew he didn't want to hear it. And so, not that he didn't want to hear it, but it was just casual conversation, and it was, you know, there was no room to talk about coaching football. And 2 weeks later, I got a call from A.B. Webb and Aaron Rouse, you know, asking me if I would want to consider being a coach. What I can say is that, you know, I've been looking into it and being diligent about the search and what it all entailed. We found that common ground, and I'm so glad I made this decision. It wasn't the easiest decision to make, but like I said, you know, I love the game of football. I love teaching it, and this is just another step in the start of a new journey.
You know, a lot of work you have to do. You have to get on campus. You have to teach student athletes. I think we have a few here today. What's some of the things you just want to teach or tell the student athletes before you even see them? That you just a little message that you want to send to them before they get here and you meet them.
Yeah, well, I had a chance to talk to them this past Saturday as a team, and you know, it was more so about, you know, creating winning culture. You know, anywhere I would, like I said earlier, play ball or been around a team of people who have found success, we've always had a good culture. You know, Andy Reid created a great culture. Mike Tomlin had a great culture. And so I think those are the things that you have to have. You know, it's just the integrity of you know, the sport. And so, you know, you create that culture, you understand the core values and principles and what you're trying to accomplish, and you gotta be stern, you gotta be firm and fair, and you know, it's about development. And so understanding that and knowing that, because I had so many pour into me, and sometimes I had to hear things that I didn't want to hear from numerous people in this section right here, my mom, my wife, you know, and my coach. And sometimes I didn't like it, but I look back 3 or 4 years later and I appreciate it. Or 3 or 4 days later and I appreciate it. And so I just think that's the revolving door of life. You just gotta take criticism with a grain of salt and try to do better.
All right, like what we're going to do now is Coach Vick. Coach Vick. Yes, sir. I'll take laps later. What we're going to do now is we're going to take questions from our pool. The pool is back in the middle, Alex Limbeck that has a microphone. If you have a question or pool of reporters, we will answer a few of them before we move into our private media session. So now,
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.